Hello, everyone. Khassim here, and I'm joined by former USC Trojan, Olympian, and 2021 national champion Isaiah Jewett. How you doing today, Isaiah?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for interviewing me.
I just want to get straight into it. Kind of explain to me like how you got into track and field, and specifically like middle distance running.
So essentially, I started off running when I was young against my sisters, and I ended up wanting to beat them. And once I started running, I started to see like all the different things that there's like out there in terms of like competition and other people. And I realized like watching certain races that I wanted to go to the Olympics. And originally I was a 400 runner, but eventually what led me to the eight was I started winning more in that. And I was like, you know what? If this gives me my chance to make the Olympics, I'm gonna go down this path.
That's awesome. Yeah, I like the aspect of like knowing what an athlete thinks about when they're in their element. Kind of explain to me what's the mindset of a runner. Like, what do you think about while you're running?
I like to think about what I'm working on and my goals, and when it gets tough, that's what the things I like to think on. But there's certain times that I like to even think about, certain anime that I've been watching and different moments that I want to recreate because I love training arcs. So I try to recreate it within my training so it can push me a little bit further. It's like anything that will get you to stay on that path of believing in yourself and running fast.
I was gonna say you mentioned anime. You're a huge anime fan, specifically Naruto. How does that inspire anything at all when you're running or you're in your element and you're in a race?
Oh man, so much. Like there's so many races where I can put the feeling that I got when I watched the show or certain moments that I felt during the time, and I'm able to implement that into my race. And those are like what I call like my golden moments because that's what I really love. Like, and I'm able to recreate it in another shape or form. It's just super amazing.
I want to go to the Olympics. A lot of people know you from the moment in the Tokyo Olympics where you tripped on another runner in the 800
Yeah.
semis. You guys got up, you shook hands, you guys hugged and finished the race together. And it became a viral moment of like sportsmanship. Kind of walk me through that moment where you're on the biggest stage, you prepared your whole life for the Olympics and that happens. Like, what was going through your head?
I always talk about like especially the anime moments and everything like that as a whole. And to me, it just felt like the right thing to do because that's the whole thing I was raised on. That's everything that I've seen in my life. Like I was devastated once I did end up colliding with Nigel Amos. However, once I saw his face and realized like, hey, let's just finish the race because there's bigger things in this moment. I didn't expect it to get as big as it did, but I just thought that this was more important. Us just finishing what we started.
So you're from Inglewood, California. You went to USC. The 2028 Olympics are in Los Angeles. How excited of the idea of, LA28 Olympics and participating in that?
I'm not gonna lie to you. At first, I was like a little bit disappointed because I was like, man, I don't want to be in LA again. But I think especially after this past Olympics, it just made so much sense. I'm really fired up to go at it again and really show who I am in a different way now, but hopefully to win it.
You're on the move right now. You're in the car. You're moving to
Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah,
no,
yeah.
you're okay. We're battling through the connection issues. But you're moving out there for training. So what are the next like
Yeah.
months gonna look like for you?
Change. I think, especially after not making the Paris Olympics, I needed a change to, you know, develop my skill and develop me as a person.
When you look back at everything you've accomplished and everything you've done, what are you most proud of?
Just how much I've learned and grew as a person. I think that there's moments where I was so defeated and I was able to pick myself back up. When it comes to those times where we do fail at something we said we were going to go out to do, the little subtle embarrassment comes in to a point where it's like, well, maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe I should do this something else. So I think during those moments, it was more of a lock in to no, I know that I can do this.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Isaiah. I really appreciate it. We're battling through the connection issues and all the online zooming stuff.
Yeah.
best of luck through everything in your journey, and
Thank you.
but yeah, it was a great time talking to you and everything.